Hey guys, it's Kim here, coming to you live from the beach and just sharing with you some thoughts, actually things that have come up today that I'd love to share with you. Just share with you the beach. It's actually a little bit windy today. I'm sorry if it's a little bit breezy, but that wind's a little bit windy, but hopefully it's not too noisy for you. So again, going on to all the experimental mode that I've been using, the experiments are going amazingly well, and all the clients that are working with me with their own experiments and also the ones in the groups are really getting some great results. So keep going, guys, you're doing awesome. But what I want to share today is the concept, this water's just lapping at my toes, it's so nice, the concept of living a guided life. Now, I've been living a guided life now for about four or 5 years consciously. I say consciously because it was a little bit unconscious before. Consciously means that everything that we do, we are consciously aware of that. So what I wanted to share with you is the concept of living a guided life works along the concepts of the universal laws. Universal laws state that things will come into our awareness when they are aligned not only with our journey and our path, but also with our energy as well. So things that are aligned with our energy will come into our awareness and into our lives, guiding us as to our next steps. So it might be something really, really simple, like a sign. You know, you might see a bird fly past. You might see a feather on the ground. There might be lots of different ways you can receive a sign or a message. But I'm wanting to talk a little bit more about different messages and signs, and that's the way people treat us. The way people treat us is usually a direct reflection of how we treat ourselves. But also people that come into our lives and into our awareness are usually a great message and sign for us to know what we're really thinking underneath there. And I think I see a stingray right here. It's quite big. So is that a message or a sign? I don't know. But I'm really wanting to talk about people and how they can be great messages and signs for us as to what is going on in our subconscious and within our energetic field, for these things to be attracted to us and to come into our lives. So even today, I was very aware every second of the day as to what was coming into my awareness. Now this started, yes, I had early morning sessions and so forth, but it did actually start with with breakfast, to be honest. And with breakfast, I got a really strong message. I just made myself just something basic, cheese and ham muffins, English muffins, and I did treat myself with a coffee, which I don't usually have coffee. But as I was making that, I got the very strong thought pop into my head to embrace every mouthful. And in my session, when I was with the client this morning, we were talking about literally taking every bite with a level of consciousness, being consciously aware of that thing that you're literally going to put into your mouth, like being really consciously aware. What does it look like? What does it taste like? What does it feel like? And that allows us to slow down and to really embrace the human element of being in a human body and being able to taste things. We don't get to do that when we're spirits floating around in the sky. So to be in a human body and to be able to taste and experience food is something that we really need to embrace a lot more. And when we do that, we can really enjoy the experience of eating. And we then don't have that unconscious eating of throwing food into our mouth. Of course, then when we're more conscious about what we're eating, we also won't overeat, or we won't eat things that we don't want to eat, things like that. Now that's kind of how the day started, and it was a fantastic reminder for me to even bring this level of of being guided into what we eat. It starts off with what we eat. And then during the day I had so many amazing messages come through in the forms of experiences. So there was one of the kids put on a film on Netflix called Chasing Cameron, and I'm like, okay, whatever, let them put that on. Little did I know it was a film or a Netflix series about a boy or a group of boys who are famous on social media. Now, me being an online business is my business. Online is my business. So I got so much from watching that film, and it wasn't my decision to put the film on. It was just put on and it just happened to come into my awareness. And I looked at that and went, oh my God, I'm getting so many great ideas from watching this Netflix film. So that was one thing. And then there was another, Suits. I was watching Suits while I was doing some other things. And that gave me another idea around my spiritual advising services and how, working with companies, because I work with companies and VIP entrepreneurs around their spiritual advising, giving them the tips to help them with their business decisions and with their businesses. And I got really great ideas from that. Now, if I just thought, I'm slacking off if I'm watching these films, or I shouldn't really be doing this, I should be doing something else, I would have missed those messages and signs. And even coming down here, stunning, isn't it? It's just beautiful. Messages and signs here. There's messages and signs everywhere, and they come in so many different ways. They can come directly as thoughts that come into our head, and all we need to do is act on them. And just that is living a guided life, is just acting on those thoughts that come through. There's people that come into our lives. There's experiences that come into our lives. There's so many different ways that we can really live a guided life and get rid of all the stress that we put ourselves under trying to plan everything. And it's just so much more fun. I find whenever I'm really aligned with this guidance that, number one, everything always works out. But number two, it's just so much more fun. So I hope I've shared a little bit of a few ideas around what it's like to really enjoy our experience here on Earth in our human bodies, but also to make your life a lot easier just by listening to the guidance that you're receiving and following it, because that's all we need to do. Okay, so saying goodbye from the beach. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Love you guys. If you've got any questions, message me, email, or pop a comment below, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye.